What's up, guys? We're here with another episode of My Brothers Scorekeeper. Of course, I'm the host, Leonard. Got my man G-Tuck on the Mizak. Say what's up.
What the fuck's going on?
Not much. Just chilling. Smoking crack. No. We got my other brother, Dylan, on the mic.
What's up, guys? Time is now.
Yeah, as I say, week 1 is officially upon us. Week 0 was a strong. Well, I would say strong start, but
Let's be honest, it was some pretty shitty football.
But
Good football though.
But nonetheless, football is back for this year, and can't get no better than that. I love it when football season is.
Oh yeah, it's like
here.
just the best time of the year, and it always goes by so damn fast too. Like that's the shitty part.
It seems like that, doesn't it?
It really does. Like that, the first like 2 or 3 weeks don't, but after that, when it gets settled, it's like it's gone before you know it. You're like, damn, we're halfway through the season, or the regular season's done. You know, it's sad, really.
Then it's back to basketball we go.
This is true. Yeah, fall, best time of year, man. Like even getting to go to some of these high school games and everything, just getting out in that cold hoodie weather, watching some football.
Nothing better.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah.
Nothing better in the world. Luckily, we live in the United States where American football is king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't play with just a round ball.
No, we just
Yeah,
ram
I
each
mean,
other.
No disrespect to those soccer guys. I mean, they're super talented, but it's just that's not for me.
I mean, we just like to see people just fucking trucking people.
Violence.
Violence is key to the USA.
Yeah, this is true.
All out war. That's what we go for. So this episode, we're going to be talking about all the week 1 matchups. We're going to go through some of our key games to watch. Of course, go over all the big games, and we'll even talk about some of the smaller games that's going to be happening. Because there's a lot of football to be played this weekend.
It was a great slate for really this entirety of the beginning of this week, all the way through. Like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of like really low key, sneaky good games too. I think.
Like, I mean, nobody's going to be disappointed on week 1.
Oh, no.
Unless if you're the other team.
No, we're going to see.
Yeah, if you're the team getting your ass whipped, you will be. But
Yeah,
you know, as far
exactly.
as a fan, like man, this is a great week.
Yeah, because nothing's better than the first opening, like legit opening week of college football. Because there's so much going on, so many teams are playing, and you're gonna see some really good plays.
Yeah, and a lot of your question marks that you'll have about most any team, whether it be big or small, you know, you'll find out week 1.
You'll
more
find out
often
real
than
quick
not.
what's gonna happen.
And
for the
plus,
season.
you'll get to see who's stepped up and, who needs to step down. So,
Yeah, you get a lot of these new guys that burst on the scene too. You know, guys that you'll be talking about the rest of the year and possibly going into next season too. So it's a lot of excitement. It gets these new coaches too. You know, a lot of these new coaches this year and on a lot of big teams too.
Yeah.
So we can kind of see what they can do.
We'll get to see like who's gonna surprise us and come out of nowhere and just
Yeah,
fucking
you always
ball
have
out.
that team that comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter what conference you're talking, where it's at. There's always that one team who steps up and they kind of just hang in that playoff hunt all season, and you're like, wow, okay, I didn't see this coming.
And you never know. I mean, you might have a surprise playoff team coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Plus, we'll get to see what all the Heisman candidates are going to be doing this year. See how they look up.
Yeah, and the Heisman has been a race of almost randoms recently, especially the last 2. I mean, obviously, being a Bama fan like myself, I mean, we all knew what Devontae was capable of, but I didn't even foresee him having the monster season he had.
I was expecting Matt Jones to probably win it, but much less.
But Devontae had an incredible season, unlike we'll probably never see from a receiver again, in my opinion.
No.
But he come out of nowhere because nobody was talking. Even Bama fans, you know, we thought he'd have a great season, but didn't think he'd win a Heisman. And then the year before that, too, nobody had fucking Joe Burrow winning a Heisman coming into the season before. Like,
exactly. So, I mean, you never know the preseason finalists. I mean,
a lot of times they end up not meaning shit.
Exactly.
They'll still be maybe invited, but they, rarely here lately have they been the ones that actually hoist it.
Yeah. There's going to be that one surprise player.
Absolutely.
So, starting off with the first game of week 1. It's on a Wednesday night. UAB against Jacksonville State for the Montgomery kickoff.
That's going to be a damn good game.
Yeah, I actually just seen the game the other day when I was looking through the week 1 layout, and I was like, man, that's going to be a solid game right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
to kick
people are
off-
not going to pay attention because they're lower level, but that's
Yeah.
going to be solid.
I was going to say to kick off
Jacksonville
the
State,
season.
Jacksonville State actually, was part of the national championship on their division, wasn't it?
No, they were rolling pretty good. I think they got bounced in the.
Semifinals.
I think so. I think it was the third round. Or something like that.
Either way, I mean,
They still had a good season.
They-
I mean,
Yeah.
they're a national championship contender in their division.
Yeah.
So I mean, UAB coming off from a monster season last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to see another Alabama, team, rising.
I like how the first game in week 1 is Alabama team started off because
Hell yeah.
Alabama's king of football.
Oh yeah, and Bill Clark has done such a damn good job up there, like actually literally rebuilding them from nothing.
Yeah, they're
And,
from
you
their
know,
first conference title to their first bowl win.
That guy is
You
gonna
know.
get a big time job soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Because I thought that was somebody that even Auburn should have made a run at last year. I think they did a little bit, but not.
There was talks about it. I know.
They didn't do it as heavy. Like to me,
Yeah.
I would have went and opened up the damn checkbook and been like, "Come, coach our team, please."
Yeah.
Like
yeah, and I think
you
everybody
can't
would-
argue with what he's done.
I think, and everybody was pretty much on board for him to be the head coach. Now, don't get me wrong. Whatchamacallit, I done forgot his damn name. From Boise, he showed that he can coach.
Harsin, yeah.
Harsin, yeah. He showed that he can coach. There's no
Oh
problem.
yeah, I
but,
mean he can for sure.
but you got to think from going from Boise to Auburn, SEC. That's going to be a pretty tough spot to fill.
Well, and the thing is, like, even if they would have gotten Clark, him going from Conference USA to SEC would have been a huge jump too. But
Yeah.
you see what he's been able to build there when the program was literally dead, did not exist, and limited resources, building a program back up from death. I mean, you can't. I mean, I would love to see what he could do if you put him in a position with actually like unlimited resources
Yeah.
in somewhere like the SEC. I think he would flourish.
And plus, I mean, Conference USA teams has beaten SEC teams.
Yeah,
Yeah. They have.
So, I mean,
should be a solid game overall, though. I think probably a 4-quarter game. To be honest, like that's one of those ones you'll probably want to watch the full length because it'll
Oh, yeah.
probably come down to the fourth quarter.
oh yeah, I think it will come down to the wire.
Who do you think's going to win?
To tell you the truth, my money's going to be on UAB.
Yeah, me
I was
too.
gonna
UAB
say,
all the way.
yeah.
Like Clark again, such a great coach. What he's
Yeah.
been doing, I'm not betting against him.
I mean, he's coming off a great season last year. I think he's going to bring that momentum.
I
to
mean,
week
they won the USA conference last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did,
So-
and their first bowl win.
Yeah, so they're
Well, they won the conference 2 years ago.
that's right.
yeah. So I mean, they're the front winners in that.
Yeah, they're
front runners.
They're
in
back to
that,
back conference champions. They didn't win the bowl game 2 years ago, but they won the bowl game last year.
Yeah,
So I mean, they're coming off a great campaign, and plus they're getting most of their players back.
that's true. Yeah, I mean Blazers ain't messing around.
Yeah, no, and that Thursday lineup, they've got some pretty solid. It's a solid lineup for sure. For Thursday night. Let's see, going off one of the earliest kickoffs. You got Coastal Carolina against Citadel. I mean, as of course, it's a lower kind of school, but
I mean, Citadel was slashing fucking Alabama when they was playing them.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too because I mean obviously what Coastal did last year, and then you know
Yeah.
trying to see what Jamie Chadwell does again this year. I think they bring most of their players back from last year too. So
Yeah.
I mean it'd be interesting. They probably thumped Citadel to be
Oh, yeah.
honest.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
I
mean-
mean again it could get interesting, but it'll still just be nice just to see what Coastal looks like
I mean,
if they
tell
can
you
build off
truth,
last year or not.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, they're practically on the same ballot.
Well, in a way, yeah, but I mean, I would argue Coastal, they're on the uptick
Yeah.
obviously after last year. That was a monster season for
Oh,
them.
oh, yeah.
Out of nowhere.
And-
I just want to see if they can build on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can
Exactly.
they become that next like Boise or Central Florida or even like we've talked about earlier, Fresno State?
and to tell you the truth, I mean, Coastal Carolina, they came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
they did.
I don't know a damn soul last year that was like, you better watch out for Coastal Carolina
No.
this year.
Yeah,
You're full of
exactly.
shit. Like
You know,
nobody
it-
was talking about them.
Exactly. And it's just, wow. one hell of a season last year, and
But,
hopefully they'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a good start to see how Coastal Carolina's gonna do. Ultimately, I think they're gonna win it. I don't say anything.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would say
yeah.
so
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I got Coastal.
Oh yeah.
Another good game, Boise State and Central Florida.
Oh man, I'm high on this game.
Oh,
I'm
really?
super excited for this game. I think it's gonna be a great game personally. I think it's very well matched teams.
Oh yeah. I believe that would probably be a game that is go down to the wire.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean just by this schedule right here, week 1 is going to be solid.
Yes, there's plenty of good football to go around. Like you're gonna have a couple games we already know that are gonna disappoint. You know, you
Yeah.
always
Yes.
have those few that disappoint. Like one of the teams ends up being terrible and we didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Something like that. But you're gonna get some good games this week 1. There's just too many. I'm just high on this game because I think like most people probably would look at this game and they go, okay, Central Florida, easy.
Yeah,
Because like they have Dylan Gabriel back. Obviously they
Oh, yeah.
lost
Oh,
Heupel,
yeah.
but they plug in Gus Malzahn, who's a proven coach. They have a lot of talent there from the program they've been building, and a lot of people want to write off too because they go, well, Boise obviously lost Brian Harsin to Auburn, but they have Andy Avalos, I think is his name. He was their DC. He's taken over coaching responsibilities. He's been at Boise for a long time though. And ever since Peterson left, they just kept taking guys they've had in the staff a long time and plugging them in. So I think he's going to do it the same way. I think you plug him in, and Boise doesn't really lose much momentum. So
I was about to say.
I
Plus,
expect them to compete.
Plus,
Yep.
up there, they pretty much own that area in recruiting, so they're gonna get the top picks in there.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
for
in-
sure.
in
Yeah.
that area.
Where else would you want to go play if you were living up in that area? I mean, if you want to stay close to home, you're going to Boise.
Oh yeah,
all
for
day.
sure. And then like if you're, of course, you got all the other Pac-12 schools, but the way that conference has been down, you might as well take a chance at Boise State.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, build it back up.
And if Gus, if he doesn't do a good job here, he's an idiot, honestly. Like, because this is going to be the best quarterback he's ever had to
Yeah,
play
exactly.
with. But, well, I say that, like, obviously he had Cam when he was OC, but as a coach, this is going to be the best quarterback he's had. So if he can't win with Dylan Gabriel, he's fucking up because that kid's very talented.
he don't need to be coaching.
I expect him to do good.
He don't need to be fucking coaching.
Yeah, if he can't win with him, no.
And this is probably
But they
like
gotta get it
this is
done.
probably like the best quarterback he's had in his whole entire
Yeah.
coaching career as a head coach.
Me personally, I think Central Florida wins. I think it'd be a good, really close game though. Like we said, I mean, I don't think that they just win it going away, and if they do, they pull away late. I don't think that it's just a blowout. You know,
I think Boise State's gonna win it. I think they'll
yeah,
show
they'll
that.
that'd be an upset.
Yeah, that's me. I think it's going to be an upset.
Really?
Yeah, I mean because Boise, they lost their head coach and to Auburn, of course, but. What I'm saying is, I mean, you got that momentum, like you were saying. They're going to plug somebody in that's been on that staff.
Yeah.
And I think they ain't going to miss a beat.
Well,
And
they have plenty of bulletin board material too, because
exactly.
nobody's going to give them a chance.
Yeah,
I know.
no.
Like I'm the only person really where I say me, but obviously we all agreed. But we're
Yep.
some of the few that would think, oh, that's going to be a tight, close game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
most
Well,
people are just going
I
to go
say-
Gus, Dylan Gabriel, Central Florida, win.
I say Boise by a touchdown.
It's gonna be a close matchup. I'd say at least by 10.
Oh yeah.
Going into another good game after the season they had last year is Appalachian State. They had a pretty solid season last year. Of course, they lose a head coach, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's still, Appalachian State's one of them teams that has, they are a
Tell you
smaller
truth.
school, but they've had history of being pretty good.
Well, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth, Appalachian State, they put. They just set it in
Who are they
stone.
playing?
East Carolina, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
see,
that's
that's
gonna be a
another good
one.
one. Yeah, because East
Yeah.
Carolina's another school just like App State that you got to pay attention to
Yeah.
them. Their
'cause-
schedule. You can't write them off.
Yeah,
Either one of those
exactly.
schools.
Yeah.
And like I said, Appalachian State made it like the name, the upset team, the season enders.
Yeah.
I mean,
Michigan fans, you might want to plug your ears.
yeah, exactly.
I know
So-
they get tired of hearing about it, but damn it, that was just a fucking catastrophe.
No,
of a
that's-
Yeah,
loss.
exactly.
That should have never happened.
Forever gonna be.
Greatest
And-
upset of all time, in my opinion, in the
Yeah.
modern era for sure. It's
Yeah,
not even
exactly.
debatable. They were preseason number fucking 2, and you had the Appalachian State Mountaineers come to town, and they knocked you off in your fucking house.
Yeah,
It
so
just doesn't get any worse than
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, come on now.
Another good team that I'm.
Oh, who you guys taking on that too?
I say App State.
App State. I'm gonna go ECU on this one. I mean, the App State having a new coach still and trying to kind of get everything incorporated. I still think it'll be a really exciting game probably, but ECU has had a little bit more of a high octane offense recently, so I think they can put up the points to get it.
Another good matchup that I'd like to see is South Florida and NC State. South Florida is one of them lower kind of teams that are usually pretty
That nobody
consistent.
talks about.
Yeah, I feel like they're the Utah of the South, kind of.
Yeah.
They're not as consistent per se, but they'll drop off for a year or two, and then they start coming back up. And then they start sneaking up on people.
Yeah, then they'll start, pulling up like 30 or 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, they've always been one of those lower level schools you had to respect as well.
I mean, they got a high end offense.
That's another team right there. Not really trying to get off subject here, but the ACC wants to talk expansion. Let's throw South Florida in the fucking ACC, man.
Would it hurt?
No, I mean, people already know that school. They're pretty popular, and then you put them in a Power 5 conference. The recruits start coming in. So
Yeah, it's like why not? It's like you want to be on the Clemson train, of the last couple of years. And I'm just like you were saying, put fucking South Florida in. I bet you they could.
It'd take a couple of years for it to pay off, but I think it would.
They could dethrone them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I do think that, obviously, like we know UCS one of those sneaky teams, but as far as what you call it goes, I've just lost my train of thought. Who was it?
South Florida and
South. North Carolina State. That's it.
North Carolina State.
Yeah, NC State, another one. They're always around.
Yeah.
And it seems like every few years they'll have a quarterback who's
They're
sneaky good.
They're kind of like a Houston to me.
Yeah.
It's just like you just don't know how they're going to play out until about halftime. About halftime, you'll see what they're all about.
They're definitely always very competitive though, and they put some really good guys even in the pros too. Like so,
Yeah, so
that could I could definitely see it being a close game. I'm gonna take in I'm taking South Florida.
South Florida. Yeah, that's gonna be a closer game. It's a really hard sort of toss up for me. I think I'm gonna go with NC State.
I'm gonna have to go with South Florida because I mean, like I said, they got a high end offense, and I mean, nobody's been talking about them though.
No, nobody's not. And NC State, I still think is a good program. It's just with them having still question marks at the quarterback position. Nobody really knows what to expect with them outside too. I don't know. I think damn it, South Florida. We got to quit talking about these Florida teams, man.
Yeah.
But I think South Florida is just going to have a little bit more on the offensive side. That'll be the difference, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And now for one of our favorite topics. Tennessee is playing Bowling Green Thursday night.
Oh, my God.
Now, I know we all hate fucking Tennessee, but we got to be realistic.
I'm being fucking realistic, too, so,
I mean, Bowling Green is like one of the worst teams in college football, so I don't really see Tennessee not being able to.
Tennessee shits a bed.
I think he's gonna go hot take on this.
Hell yeah, you damn right. I mean, because I want Tennessee to show me what the fuck is up. Because Tennessee ain't shit.
Well, the thing is, most people are going to pick Tennessee because Bowling Green was not that good last year. So that's an easy one to go, hey, let's do this. FYI, too, another thing that I heard from Marler the other day, listening to that pod. Do you know what Vegas's win total is right now, the over-under for Tennessee?
Mm-mm.
You guys want to guess?
100,000.
No, not the money. How many wins are they going to get this year? Number of wins?
5.
I would probably say 5 as well.
It's 6.5 is the over-under. I thought that was insane. I'm like, who the hell has confidence in them to get to a bowl game this year?
No.
I don't.
I don't.
That is one of the easiest money bets in the world to me. I'm like, you bet the fucking house that they don't win 6 wins.
I'll put up a damn second mortgage saying they not making a fucking bowl game.
And the thing is, it's easy to pick them again because Bowling Green was so bad. But man, we just don't know. Every talented guy they had left the team.
Yeah,
we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. We know nothing about either side of the ball for them.
Well, from what I know about Bowling Green, I mean, yes, they shit the bed sometimes, but they also a firecracker team, as I call them. I mean, their run game is outstanding.
I mean, yeah, they could surprise too. I mean, they could be much improved, but I think if they end up winning, it's just going to be more of a detriment of like, oh wow, this is how bad Tennessee is.
And just know, if Tennessee does lose to damn Bowling Green, they fire Jimmy Pruitt. They fire him. They fire his ass right then and there.
G-Tuck, you do realize Jeremy Pruitt is not their coach anymore, right?
Oh, really?
I keep talking about Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel's their coach.
Who the fuck is that?
He was Central Florida's head coach for the last 2 years. He was at Missouri as OC before that.
Well, fuck me. Where?
This is how much he does hate Tennessee, though. He doesn't even pay attention to the coach is.
Exactly. Like,
just
who the fuck is that?
They could have Nick Saban over there, and he wouldn't even know because he was like, it's fucking Tennessee. We're not worried about it. So,
I didn't know this.
yeah, Pruitt's gone, man.
Yeah,
All the
he's gone.
recruiting, all that stuff, man. Like the McDonald's bags of cash, that all fell on Pruitt.
So he's sitting at home right now.
Yeah. Breaking fucking news for G-Tuck in week 1. Pruitt's gone. Took him all fucking summer to figure it out.
Well, fuck me, man. All right.
But yeah, so Heupel's the coach now.
Heupel?
but Josh Heupel, yes.
Josh Heupel.
He was Missouri's offensive coordinator when Drew Lock was there. And then
Fucking
he
shit.
was at Central Florida for the last 2 years until getting this job.
OC from Missouri with Drew Lock. What's Drew Lock doing?
Yeah, he got beat out by Teddy Bridgewater. So, there you go.
Oh, one leg.
But again, I did realize something about Tennessee's QB battle. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Milton is in their QB battle, and he looks like he's going to be the starting quarterback. He was at Michigan last year. Number 5, started most of the first half of the season.
Yeah,
He transferred to Tennessee. So
Oh, okay.
that really was surprising. He left one dumpster fire for a fucking bigger one.
Yeah,
but-
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh fuck it, I get some playing time.
Damn, that just blew my fucking mind right there.
Jesus, man.
I've heard you make a couple Pruitt jokes previously, but I thought you were just joking. Like, until I realized how serious you were.
No, I'm dead fucking serious.
Bro, Pruitt's gone, man. He's gone.
He's gone.
Was he gone last year?
He got fired at the end of the year.
He got
wasn't
fired at the end. He made it all season.
Oh,
he
it
got
did
fired
make.
at the end of
I
last
didn't see
season.
the breaking news on that shit, so that's my fucking fault.
Yeah,
But
he's
Josh
gone.
Heupel.
So, I think I take Tennessee. I don't
Yeah.
think that they're going to go drop 50 on them. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 31-14 or 16 win. But I think they win it.
Well, for Tennessee making me look fucking stupid, I'm going Bowling Green.
Oh man, but yeah. So Thursday's got some
They
other smaller schools that are be pretty good. Well, we won't go too deep.
Well,
of
they'll
them.
shit the bed, and fucking Bowling Green's coming up on top. I'm just letting y'all know.
But like, here's some other slates games. You got UT Martin against Western Kentucky. I think that might
That could be interesting. Yeah.
yeah. You got Houston Baptist against New Mexico.
Who the hell is Houston
that's what I was
Baptist?
about to say. I
I've
don't-
never heard of that school.
That's like Division 8.
Well, apparently they're playing though, but these games ain't even
That's
highly
like
touted because they ain't even on any kind
that's
of
like fucking Harvard.
media. There's nothing not on ESPN, nothing. So you got Eastern Washington against UNLV. I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's football. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's a toss up from hell right there. I'm gonna go Eastern Washington. They got that sweet ass gray field. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I'm Eastern Washington all day.
What's up with the damn color fields now?
That's getting a lot more popular than what it used to be. I think everybody's just trying to
Yeah.
ride Boise's jock, in my opinion. Like, well, Boise started getting recruits. It must be that blue field.
Yeah, let's put a damn gray field.
All right, some other games. You got UC Davis against Tulsa. I don't think I've
Tulsa whips that ass.
Hell
out,
yeah.
for sure.
And that's the one thing. Like Tulsa is always a team you have to look out for.
Yeah, Tulsa's
Yeah.
always been super underrated, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they consistently, every few years, have a very solid team.
Their fucking defense is fucking solid.
Yeah. I mean, they were good last year.
Yeah.
They ended up, I think they were the one that, because SMU was doing good there for a while, and they blew SMU's season up, if I remember correctly. It was somebody in that conference, but I believe it was SMU. But, yeah, Tulsa's always a team you can't have on the schedule and go, oh, that's a win for sure. Like,
Yeah,
if you don't
exactly.
show up and be ready, I mean, they can give you a game.
Let's see. You got some Temple Rutgers matchup.
That's a fucking toss-up.
That's a good one.
You got Long Island against FIU. Go Panthers. You got Western Illinois against Ball State. And then you got Wagner and Buffalo. Then that's pretty much it of the lower schools. There is some top 25 or at least top 25 teams playing Thursday night. Like one is Utah against Weber State. It's gonna be nice to see what Utah can show for this.
Yeah, that'll be just kind of one of those games. Let's see what Utah can do.
Yeah, if they're gonna make some noise in the Pac-12 or not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Weber has no shot at that. I'm taking Utah all day.
There's no way. Then you got Arizona State and Southern Utah. Again, another one of them teams that can show like, hey, are they gonna
again, like I said, I've got Arizona State taking this conference, so obviously I got them winning that game. But it'll be another one. Yeah, we can kind of see what they got going on, what they're cooking up there.
And for the I guess you would say game of the day, you got a Big Ten matchup: Ohio State against Minnesota.
Is that on a Thursday?
That's on a Thursday.
That's on this
Thursday. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here! I did not expect that. Okay, I thought Friday.
Ohio State on a Thursday.
Thursday, 7:00, Fox.
That's when you know your fucking schedule's shit.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly very surprising. Like, cause I mean that game at Minnesota, it's just 7:00 too, right?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, I mean night game in Minnesota. I mean that's a good matchup. I mean, it ain't, what was it? 2 years ago they were in a major, New Year's Six game. I mean, and last year it ain't like they only won 3 games. They were just a little, step lower than they were the previous year. So, man, that's surprising. But I mean, it's like we talked about before. I mean, that game could get interesting, man. Mm-hmm. It could get very interesting.
I still think I'm gonna take Ohio State because it is Ohio State. But I mean, you got a freshman or I guess he's a freshman quarterback.
You know what? Fuck it. It's on a Thursday now. I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota.
I just don't like that going in on a Thursday night in a night game with a new quarterback, man. Yeah. That's dangerous. That is dangerous because that's less prep time, too. Mm-hmm. Like, I know you've had a whole offseason, but we all know that week of game day is different.
Yeah.
So you're condensing it down, and then you're going to inject him into what it will be a hostile environment.
I was going to say,
oh, yeah.
Big Ten always shows up for the games.
Golden Gophers.
We'll be rolling the fucking boat Thursday night.
Hell yeah! I say Golden Gophers and overtime. I say that'll be an overtime game.
I'm gonna say Minnesota I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say by 6. I think early in the game, if they can knock C.J. Stroud off rhythm, which won't be very hard to do, being a freshman, first game starting on the road like that. I think early he makes a couple mistakes.
One good knock.
They just can't dig out of that hole.
I think Ohio State.
You know who's good at digging holes? The fucking Gophers, baby. I'm telling you.
I think Ohio State wins that by at least 3 touchdowns. I think they're gonna go out and do well.
Leonard's like he's no faith in PJ Fleck.
No,
he's gonna roll that boat out of here, motherfucker. We're Minnesota all the way.
Hell yeah. But I don't. Other than quarterback play, there's pretty much no questions about how the offense is going or. Offense is going to be offense as long as C.J. Stroud shows up, and defense is going to be the defense.
But that's the question, though. Will he show up on Thursday?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm like, at this point, to be a Thursday night game, I'll go with Minnesota, is because of that. But now I can see, too, like, I understand why you're riding with that because, perennial program, always cranking out the talent. But my luck is going to be I'm going to make this pick, and then C.J. Stroud goes and has a game of his fucking life. Like,
yeah.
He'll end up, what he'll do is, like, if you remember right, Jameis Winston made his debut on a Thursday night against Pitt, and he fucking shredded him for like 400 yards, and I think he was like 80% completion percentage. So that's probably what's going to fucking happen. So if I call you guys crying Thursday night, just don't think anything of it.
Yeah. All right, off to the Friday night games. This one is a weaker kind of lineup, just going off like you got South Dakota State against Colorado State.
Yeah. Wait, is that? By the way, is Jim McElwain not at Colorado State now?
I know he was. So
I think he's still there.
I was going to say I don't think he's got fired, but I know he was there.
I thought he left.
No, he was at Colorado State before he went to Florida, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck me. That's what I'm thinking of because we played them that year with McCarron. I remember now. Yeah. That's right. Never mind. He's got a damn job coaching somewhere, I know, because I heard somebody talking about it the other day. So just shout out wherever that school is. I feel bad for you fuckers.
But other games, you got North Colorado against Colorado.
Too much Colorado shit going on. Like, Colorado's so boring. Like, unless we're talking about the fucking Rocky Mountains or how it's, what is legal.
What is legal?
Like, there's just really nothing to talk about.
You got South Dakota against Kansas. South Dakota beats Kansas.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck would be surprised, honestly, though? Like, it ain't basketball season, okay?
Yeah.
So, unless they're going to play that game somehow in Allen Fieldhouse, I'm fucking going with South Dakota State.
South Dakota, though.
You got Eastern Michigan against St. Francis PA.
Who the fuck is that?
It sounds like a fucking private school. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. I've never heard of
I mean, that's like a damn Catholic school or something. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah, that just sounds like a place where like all of Xavier's X-Men went to high school at.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that sounds like.
I feel like I just take one step and I'm getting hit by a fucking ruler.
Here's a good one. Wake Forest against Old Dominion. Wake Forest is a 31.5 favorite.
Man, if I was betting, I'm taking the under on that like a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
Dominion.
Like, and Wake Forest was actually fairly formidable last year, honestly. Like, I get it. Like, the last 2 years, they've been better than what they have been in the last 10. But still, 31.5, I know. I'm not trusting the Deacons to fucking do that. I'm just not. I'm sorry.
The damn Deacons.
Basically, the Wake Forest New Orleans Saints. That's basically what it is.
With George Washington as their fucking mascot.
I'm fucking pissed off George Washington to do that. His mascot is so angry.
Oh, yeah, so angry.
That's what their fans look like.
All right, so you got another one on the slate is Duke versus Charlotte.
Duke.
Oh, yeah, Duke all day.
As long as they don't throw. You know how many? Did you? We got tongue tied.
You went all fine bomb over there.
Yeah. Did you see how many turnovers that Duke had last year?
No.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. Especially their quarterback. I think he had like 13 interceptions and like 7 touchdowns or some stupid shit like that. It was ridiculous.
That's horrible. That's fucking horrible. Like, how could you possibly even try to defend that?
Yeah, like for real.
I would hope to see Duke get better, personally. Several years ago that they were on the uptick. I still remember when they played, who was it? Florida State in that ACC title game with Winston, and they actually gave them a game in that. That's been a long time ago now, though, but.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
They still got David Cutcliffe as coach, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully they turn some things around.
Mm-hmm. Well, as our host has had to do some duties and everything, I just want to go off the topic. Talk about the college football game. I mean, heck, been hearing rumors about it that, heck, in the next couple of years it's coming out. So.
Yeah, super, super exciting, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it'd be back on.
We've been waiting for this since we were, before
14.
we were even seniors in high school. Like, God, it's ridiculous that it's took this long to get it fixed. But how could you not be excited? I mean, that game was a part of everybody's childhood.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know it's a part of mine, and I know it's a part of yours, too.
Well, that's half the reason we picked the name between all three of us. We spent half our childhoods beating the piss out of each other in college football. It was all weekend.
And I'm telling y'all, Leonard is fucking bullshit.
God.
I mean, he'll randomize teams
and fucking beat you.
Yeah, he'll beat you.
He'll do like he did you and throw a Hail Mary and win with fucking Wyoming.
My down. But yeah, either way, I'm super excited about it. Hopefully, it'll be, hopefully it's going to be up to the hype.
I think it will be, and look out, Madden, because your sales are about to drop dramatically.
Exactly. So,
I can assure you that, because everybody's going to be on board with that.
Yeah.
Now that our host is back, maybe we can get back on track now.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. All right. Shit. Well, I don't even know what game I was talking about.
We're talking about Duke and Charlotte.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Another one is Michigan State against Northwestern.
Ooh.
That's a good one. That's another one of those under the radar games I was talking about.
Yeah, they got
nice.
Northwestern is favored in that one.
And I can see that.
Yeah.
I would, me personally, I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm taking Northwestern because I have them coming out of their division. But,
yeah, Northwestern is pretty. I mean, like I said, you got a lot of question marks with Michigan State.
Their offense.
Yeah.
Their defense will still be solid. But Northwestern is not just a, big-time point slinger, either. So that could be a 4-quarter game because they're very similar, similar teams in the way that they're built and the way they run their, programs. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you just never know until game time.
No.
All right. The best game on that slate, and we get to see how they'll start off the season. North Carolina against Virginia Tech.
I think this is going to be a skull fuck, honestly. Like, I'm just going to say it. Like, I think North Carolina destroys Virginia Tech, and this is going to be the beginning of the end for Justin Fuente's job because I don't think they have a chance hanging with them.
No, I don't think so neither.
They can't score enough.
No.
That's the thing. Like, maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if you turn that game on and at halftime it's fairly close. I'm not going to say it's a 3-point game, but maybe they're only down like 2 touchdowns max or 10
They
points.
can't, but yeah, they can't keep up the whole game.
No, 4 quarters, they can't score enough. It's just not going to happen.
And I don't see the defense stopping
No.
Sam Howell do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
No, I think he gets his Heisman campaign started off right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much it of the Friday games. Now here,
The
start off.
motherboard of all Saturday.
Yep, we'll start off with the Saturday slate of games. We'll start off with the earlier kickoff games. And I'm just going off the list of ESPN, so this is what I would see. So, like, at the 11 o'clock kick at ABC, we'd see Oklahoma against Tulane. See how Spencer Rattler is going to come out.
Don't shit the bed, Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm taking Oklahoma in that.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
How can you go against them? But Tulane's been a little bit better the last few years, so don't be surprised if they, maybe sneak up and make it a game, early kick like that.
Yeah.
Week 1, you're still working out some kinks, so it's very possible.
You never know.
I mean, but again, I think Oklahoma, takes it running away. I mean, just too much talent.
Also, and this is a really good spot because it's gonna right there the first game, first slate of early games, top 25 matchup against Penn State and Wisconsin, 11 o'clock kick.
Ooh,
Yes,
that
is one that's not
game.
getting talked about enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all expect Penn State to bounce back. We've all talked about it, and I'll say I'm taking Penn State in that one.
I was
think
gonna say,
Penn State shocks everybody and wins that.
Is
Is Penn State even ranked?
Yeah, they're 19.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
right. What's Wisconsin ranked?
They're 12.
Wisconsin's 12.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off! I forgot about that. I know we already had a conversation on these rankings,
Yeah.
but that still blows my mind. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's upset city right there. Penn State's taking them down. I still think it'll be a good game, but
Yeah,
I think Penn State.
Yeah, Wisconsin's favored in that one.
Yeah.
To me,
by how much?
4.5.
Okay, it's a low number, but
Well,
still,
I guess-
I'm taking Penn State all day on that.
I think they're 4.5 favorites on the ESPN. I think that's like points favorite. I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
I mean, we all know like Wisconsin's going to show up to play, like, and again, it's probably a pretty tight game.
We'll
but
see, like-
I think Penn State beats them.
But what's the offense going to do?
I still think
Yeah.
Penn State wins. It's just, I guess it all depends on, for Wisconsin, how their offense is going to play. Because they got pretty much all their starters from defense.
Because
but
you
the
know
offense is a big
your
question.
damn cousin got it locked down on his job.
Yeah, we've not broadly mentioned it, but yes, Leonard's cousin is Jim Leonard. So if we had a side-by-side photograph, you see it too. They have the same nose. So giveaway.
Yeah.
But it's legit though. But yeah, I mean, we all know like Leonard, Jim Leonard's going to have that defense ready. I mean, he's done a great job. I wouldn't be surprised in a few years he ends up getting a damn head coaching job.
Yeah,
He's done
I
so
really
good.
do think he'll get that.
He's probably going to be a head coach of Wisconsin. If they,
But at the end of the day, it comes down to like whose offense is going to make the most plays. We know both teams defensively are sound and always are. But right now, I trust James Franklin to have a better offensive scheme, right? I mean, he's a great offensive coach.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's Paul Chryst going to do? He's going to hand the fucking ball off time and time again and hope and pray that Graham Mertz doesn't throw a damn interception when he does a play-action shot. I mean, that's how it was all season for him last year.
But like I said, I mean, you might be surprised. Everybody, I mean, it's like with this week 1, I mean, everybody's going to be knocking out the kinks and, you know, and there's going to be new players. Is
that at Cap Randall?
I think it is at Penn State.
Whiteout game.
I think
No,
so.
actually, their whiteout game is going to be when they play Auburn.
I was about to say it should be the Auburn game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like week 3, I think.
Really?
Yeah, Auburn goes to Penn State, and it is a whiteout. I heard that the other day. I figured it would be, but yeah, that's why I said Auburn's
gonna be a game to
fucking
see.
losing that.
Yeah.
First whiteout game, full capacity again, Happy Valley, and a night game too.
Oh.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're,
Out here.
we've seen them take Ohio State out in that scenario. You gonna tell me they can't beat both fucking Knicks? Get out of here.
I'm still trying to figure out how the
Milo sweet tea cannot save you.
oh shit, where is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be the game's gonna be at Wisconsin.
Okay.
Oh.
Wisconsin gives a little bit more of a chance because of Camp Randall. It's a great place, you know. But again, I'm going Penn State. I think Penn State wins it in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah.
So at all the other 11 clock kickoffs, and we'll just brush through these because these are a bunch of smaller schools. You got UL Monroe against Kentucky.
That Kentucky, like, I hope they brought enough fucking bananas for everybody to eat. That's all I'm gonna say because you know UL Monroe's another one of those small schools that can sneak up on you. So look out.
Colgate against Boston College.
Yeah, Boston College thumps them.
Michigan against Western Michigan.
Now that could be. I still say Michigan, but Western Michigan is another smaller team that can give you some games and surprise you. So
Well, like,
Harbaugh better be on his fucking game.
Like me and Dylan was talking about you picking, like Western Michigan and beating the shit out of us on damn college football.
You got Holy Cross against UConn.
Holy Cross.
Holy Cross.
I was gonna say
After that shit show UConn just did, I don't know.
Stanford against K-State. That'd be a pretty good one.
Yeah, I saw it right there. Yeah, I mean, I would go K-State, but yeah, Stanford could make that very interesting. That could be a 4-quarter game.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Army Georgia State. Is that 11 o'clock kickoff?
Trip op versus one back.
I mean, Army did beat Navy, so they're riding high.
Yeah, that's right.
You got this is gonna be a good one. You got Nebraska against Fordham. I think that's how you say it.
The Paladins,
the
little stupid fucking sparkle logo with an F in it.
Yeah. Looks like there's a ram.
Yeah, it's the fucking Paladins. Paladins, they go into Lincoln and fucking win.
Scott Frost gets fired.
Yeah, week 2, Scott Frost is gone.
Yep.
And then now this next game is a 1 o'clock kickoff, and it's actually going to be fairly a decent game because they just played Oregon against Fresno State.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what time kick did you say it was?
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay, it's not early, but still, yeah. I mean, if Oregon comes out and they're not ready to go, and they're another one, new quarterback, don't know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
So he comes out and he's tight and presses. Fresno might make it a damn game. They beat them.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Fresno did play UConn, but I mean, they showed
They still
pretty good
showed
talent.
they showed that they can move it down. The
Yeah,
field.
Oregon doesn't need to walk in there just going, okay, this is a win.
You know what?
Yeah.
They need to be ready to go.
You know what? Fucking, I'm putting my stamp on it. Fresno State wins.
I'm gonna take Oregon. I'm taking Oregon. But
There's going to be at least.
don't be surprised. I think it's close for a half, and then I think the talent gap comes up in the second half, and Oregon takes it.
Rice, Arkansas, another 1 p.m. kick.
Rice.
No, I'm Arkansas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas is gonna pecker slap them.
Let's see, Lafayette Air Force.
Lafayette. I think Lafayette will
I have no idea.
fuck shit up.
I have no idea on that one.
I was gonna say
I'm just talking shit. I'm just
I mean, those both are okay schools. I mean, you're not gonna expect Air Force. I mean, what, about 10 years ago they had a pretty good solid team.
That's another trip op team.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had to say a guess, I'm gonna say Air Force. All right. Now we start getting into 2:30 kickoffs,
Here
and
we go.
first one right off the bat off the list: Alabama, Miami.
Fucking go time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go
Roll Tide.
Yeah, we're about to be stopping a fucking hurricane. Is what we're gonna be doing.
Hell yeah. About that, did y'all listen to that Miami fans diss
Oh yeah,
track?
I was gonna bring this up. This is what I referenced a while ago. Yes, I did.
Is that what you was listening to
yes,
earlier?
Yes, that's what. And I know it was a fan-made thing. I know the football team didn't do it, but I'm like, yep, just go ahead and add fuel to the fire. Like, Derek King has already subtly been taking shots. Now this happens too, and I'm like, man, y'all are just fucking asking for it.
Yeah. I mean, this ain't like back then, when y'all had Ed Reed, Ray Lewis.
Yeah, this is not heyday Miami, and I don't understand why
no.
people are so like. I do think they're going to be better than they were last year.
But
don't
it
get
ain't
me
going.
wrong.
But it ain't going to be like the mid 2000s.
No, it's
like
not.
In the 2000s.
Like everybody's acting like they're a playoff contender. No, the fuck they're not. On what planet?
Oh yeah, and like we was talking about this on week 1, I'm giving a shout out to Quincy Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah,
McKinstry signed a deal with Kool-Aid.
yeah.
And
After we mentioned it, and I said something about it on the original recording, I want my royalties.
yeah,
Free Kool-Aid for life.
I think everybody figured that.
That's
that
true,
was gonna
but
happen.
still, it just pissed me off. Damn it! Like it always is. Always how that goes.
the feds were listening.
Yes, but I don't understand the hype though. Like I don't like, and mainly too because like I get it. Derek King, he's a solid player, man. He's very talented. He
But
can
who
make
else do they have?
right. Exactly my point. And I don't trust Manny Diaz as a fucking coach, man. Like he was a solid coordinator, but what the hell's he done as a head coach to go? Oh yeah, he's gonna go in Atlanta and out coach Saban. That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
I mean,
Saban has outcoached some of the best of them. Kirby hadn't been able to get past him. You really tell me fucking Manny Diaz is about to make him run circles? I no, I don't see it.
I mean, Saban has been going. He's. I mean, he's.
I'm telling
Mount
you right
Rushmore.
now, Derek King better be ready. I know he can run and extend plays, and he could hurt us. And those are, historically the quarterbacks that have given us trouble.
That defense is gonna eat them up.
Between Christian Harris, Henry Toto, Christopher Allen, and Will Anderson, just our linebacking core alone, we're gonna be headhunting.
They already got questions about their offensive line, and then they're gonna go up against
That's
Alabama.
what I'm saying. This is almost similar to like it's not the stakes, of course, but this makes me think of like '92.
Yeah.
They were talking all this shit going in, and they got embarrassed. And this could be that way because they're subtly taking shots.
Yeah.
Our defense is solid, man, and their line has a lot of question marks.
Only thing I know is Alabama's defense is going to have a fucking heyday. I mean,
I think so too. I think the defense is who show. Even if the offense does good, I think at the end of this game we're gonna be talking about the defense.
Yeah,
I really do.
I mean, because Alabama's going to have. I mean, I just been reading and more reading on Alabama's defense. The defense is going to be scarier than last couple of years.
I agree too. Like it's it's not going to be a 2011 defense where it's 9 points a game. Those days are gone. Like you can't hold offenses to that anymore on a consistent basis. But when you go in and you look at it too,
You
like
can write your own history. Though.
Nobody's talking about the back end enough either. I mean, again, you stick Josh Jobe on one side, Malachi Moore. I think he'll probably be the slot CB, and then they're going to put Kool-Aid on the outside.
I think he's going to have a great year.
I do too. But even our safeties, Daniel Wright and Xavier Battle, they played great last year, and people are really hyping up them a lot, especially Battle.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of love here recently, so I think they're going to come out fired the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next on this ESPN.
Who we taking, by the way?
Oh,
that kind of seems stupid to ask that.
Alabama.
But yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm going
Alabama.
Bama all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if the offensive line for Miami was a little better and wouldn't have so much questions, maybe then you could say it would be a little bit of a tighter game. But I don't.
I think first half is tight. Not crazy, but I think they're it's a game in the first half only because I say the offense probably gets off to a small, slow start. But I think in the second half, Bryce Young, that unit settles in.
Be more comfortable.
Yes,
and
the defense keeps doing what they're doing, and then that's when we start throttling.
Yeah, it's going to have. I mean, Alabama's going to have a heyday.
Yeah, we're going to force some turnovers too.
Hell
I'm gonna tell
yeah.
that
You might as well just give us y'all's turnover chain. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
Next one is we'll get to see how they'll start their season off. Cincinnati against Miami of Ohio.
Blowout.
Yeah,
I mean, of
I think
course.
Cincy takes that run away.
Yeah,
But like I
Cincinnati's
said,
going to do.
we'll get to see what they'll actually can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a again, we'll be one of those. We'll see what they can do. See,
But it's
what
Miami
Ritter
of
looks like
Ohio.
again. But
I mean, you need a. They're going to come in there and pecker slap them.
yeah. I think Cincinnati handles business, no question.
All right, another top 25 matchup: Iowa against Indiana.
Good game. It was a solid game, I think.
I got Indiana.
But yeah, I'm taking Indiana too.
They're-
I don't think I was gonna be able to score enough to keep up with them.
Penix is coming back from injury.
But that's the only thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, if he's healthy, but I suspect he is. I've heard nothing that would, make me believe otherwise.
Yeah.
But now, if he comes out and he's hobbled and he's not quite the same, then Iowa has a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it stays in the 20s to, low 20s to mid 20 area, high 20s at best, Iowa's got a chance. You start going 30 plus, it's done.
I was going to say, if Iowa can keep Indiana off the field, our offense off the field, Iowa should handle business.
Yeah, if they can play their game, run the ball, time of possession and defense, then they got a chance. But if Penix comes out and he's healthy and he can sling it the way that I think he's going to, yeah, I'm taking Indiana. I think they'll fucking boat race him probably.
We got Marshall and Navy.
I say Marshall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Marshall
her.
on that too. That could be a very interesting game too, though. Obviously,
Marshall actually had a pretty good season last
they
year.
did, yeah.
Let's see, we got West Virginia, Maryland.
I'm taking Maryland in that.
Yeah,
That could be another good game too, though, because you don't really know too much about either team. But again, like we talked about before, with having Talia, Mike Loxley together second year, they really kind of settled in midway last year and started playing some good ball. So I think they'll score too much, and West Virginia's not going to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
All right, I wanted to just run through these a little faster, because these are sort of smaller school. Well, actually, two are SEC schools, but Louisiana Tech against Mississippi State.
Mississippi.
Yeah, Central Michigan against Missouri. Then you got UMass, Pittsburgh, Montana State against Wyoming.
Well, that's fucking the game of the boring states.
Yeah.
Then let's see. We have Iowa State and Northern Iowa. We get to see what they're all about this year.
Yeah, Iowa State.
Yeah, I expect that to be a thumping.
Oh, yeah.
Another top 25 matchup, Louisiana and Texas.
Again, upset alert. Upset alert. You know what now? Fuck it. I'm calling it now. I think Billy Napier goes in, he knocks Sarkisian off in fucking DKR week 1. Ooh. Especially now that they are not I'm not sold on Card being the starter. If Casey Thompson was starter, I think then it's probably a really close game, but Texas pulls it out. But now you're throwing a completely different guy who's not started yet, and you're throwing him in that with a new offense. At least with Thompson, he had game experience.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet that Thompson comes in at halftime?
You're probably right. I mean, I think Card could have a shit show of a start to this game because, again, as we talked about before, fucking Raging Cajuns had a hell of a season last year. They had a hell of a season. So, and you telling me right now that they know that they have a chance in that game. The confidence will not be an issue with those guys. They bring back majority of their starters after they won 10 fucking games last year, and they're going to go play Texas, who is not Texas anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not intimidating. And you always hear about, you got to come to DKR. It's the quietest fucking 100,000 stadium you'll ever hear in your life. So I think they go in there and they fucking pull it off, man. I think that's going to be one of the upsets of the week.
I was going to say.
But you're going to have some.
I was going to say, there's going to be a big upset.
And to me, that one is all the ingredients are there.
Mm-hmm.
Napier's an experienced coach with an experienced team who knows how to win.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to come in there and know what they need to do to handle it. So.
4 o'clock kickoff. You got USC against San Jose State.
See, sneaky though. We were talking about San Jose State in the previews. Again, coming off an undefeated fucking season.
I say San Jose.
Bringing most of their guys back, man. That's. I'm gonna take USC.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them as well.
Man, if I'm telling you right, either San Jose State or fucking Raging Cajuns are winning over that weekend. Maybe both, but one of them's doing it because that's sneaky.
San Jose is going to win it.
You think so, Gary?
Oh, yeah, I know so.
I was just hoping I'd get something out of you.
Motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, you could make the case that they could too, though, because again, having Starkle, who even though he played like shit in the SEC, he's played big time competition, so he knows what it's about.
Exactly. But USC has been shit. Their coach is gonna get fired week 1.
You got Campbell, Liberty at 5. Gardner.
Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty by 50.
You got Gardner Webb against Georgia Southern. 6 p.m. kickoff. Auburn against Akron.
Akron. I'm pulling for the fucking Zips.
We'll
They
get
should know how to play them. They play Ohio State every year, so.
Yeah, exactly. They get their ass whooped by Ohio State. What would it be if like Akron did win against Auburn?
Oh God, they're gonna burn the fucking stadium to the ground if that happens, dude. They're gonna want. They will want Harsin fired week 1 if that
Somebody
happens.
else will poison the damn trees.
Especially if they lose and they straight up lose too, like it's not a fluke play or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they just legit lose the game. I mean, obviously, like I'm taking Auburn. Obviously, it's the Akron Zips. But that game will be interesting for a lot of reasons, you know. See what Harson's going to do offensively, see what the defense looks like, and see if Bo Nix can, you know, progress
Well,
and actually
tell
take
you
a
true,
step forward.
I'm going to put this on a realistic standpoint. I think Bo Nix shits the bed and he gets bailed out by his fucking defense, like he does at every single fucking game he's played.
Do you think Bo Nix plays the whole game?
For this one,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like, to me, for him to get pulled and then put in Finley, like, he's going to have to play fucking horrible. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If they go in and they're down, like, 2 touchdowns at halftime to fucking, you know, Akron, and he hadn't scored, like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
he's
more the
definitely
offense's
coming out.
fault, not the defense, you know,
Yeah.
if it's 14-zip or some shit. Yeah, then he probably gets pulled. I would. But, you know, unless it's that, which I doubt, I think he plays the whole game. Even if he plays bad, you know, they're going to give him that shot. But I do think he'll be on a little shorter release that he's never had to deal with before because Harsin doesn't owe him shit.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't give a shit how long he's been there. Harsin just got there. So, and they all said Finley's had a great camp and he's really pushed Nix. So, I won't be surprised if some point down the line that they, you know, pull his ass out and put him in.
Bo Nix has a shit season.
All right, we get to see South Carolina go start the season off against Eastern Illinois.
So Gamecocks.
Gamecocks all the way.
They're
Feeling
my-
cocky.
That's my sleeper team right there.
Yes.
All right, you got Monmouth against Middle Tennessee State.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not even going to comment on that shit.
Yeah.
You got next up Syracuse against Ohio. You get shocked there, though?
Yeah, I did. Damn it.
It's fucking mics, man.
Yeah.
We need a cash app.
You got Oregon State, Purdue, Texas, Houston for the Texas kickoff. That should be a pretty good one, I would think. Texas taking Houston.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Texas Tech and Houston. Okay.
I thought you said Texas.
Yeah, I was like,
I might have
Texas-
said Texas.
Texas playing fucking 2 games week 1.
They're going to get their ass
But no,
kicked.
Texas Tech, Houston, that'd probably be interesting. I think Texas Tech will ultimately win it, but
Yeah.
that could be a pretty good
I was
game.
gonna say they've got it pretty close. I think they got it Texas by 1.5.
Yeah, that's fucking tight.
Missouri State against Oklahoma State. You got Baylor against Texas State. Nichols against Memphis. Abilene Christian against SMU. Norfolk State, Toledo. You got Central Arkansas State. You got Southern Troy. Let's see.
Southern Troy.
No, Southern versus Troy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, what the fuck?
Then I get to see my Gators play. Florida against FAU. We'll get to see how Emory Jones is going to show out.
Upset.
Well, you know, I did listening to the College Football Uncensored pod again. They did when they was doing Florida's team preview, they talked to Chris Doring, I think is how you say his last name.
Yeah.
And he said this back in the spring when he did another pod with him. And he said again, though, supposedly Emory's getting pushed in that QB race.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, the younger kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Supposedly he's pushing him. This is new news to me. I'm going to be pissed if yet again one of my big preseason guys doesn't get the fucking job.
Yeah, exactly.
But supposedly he's getting pushed, but I just,
Emory.
until I see it happen, I have to think Emory's taking that job.
To me, it's not the offense that we're really looking to see how they do. It's the defense.
Yeah, that's where everybody's questions are, and that's where they should be. I mean, again, me personally, I think it'll be better. It can't be worse than last year.
Yeah.
Last year was
Go with the
fucking
more
atrocious.
experienced guy first game.
Yeah, I think that's the call they end up ultimately making. How could
Yeah.
you not? I mean, and Emory, he's sit there and he's waited, man. I think he's ready.
He's
for
there.
it.
He paid his dues. Give the kid a chance.
I agree.
Northwestern State, North Texas. You got who the it's Illinois against God, what is it? Crap. I forgot these people name. UTSA. Who is that?
Oh, it's the fucking Roadrunners, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. North Illinois against Georgia Tech. William and Mary against Virginia. Then at 7:00 we get to see Texas A&M against Kent State.
That's obviously going to be an ass whipping. But
Yeah.
again, it'll be interesting to see what Haynes King can do. That's a good tune-up game for him. Get his feet wet, see what he's capable of. So
see
we
what
kind
they
of
can-
nice to see his skill set.
See what they can do until SEC play.
Yeah.
You got Montana against Washington. Don't know who this is. ETSU against Vanderbilt. Have no idea who the fuck that is.
ETSU.
By the way, like we were talking about this earlier today. Like, have you seen Vandy's new uniforms?
No.
I know they got new uniforms. Let me tell you, you can tell that their fucking police chief, head coach. You can tell that he came from Notre Dame because they went to a very simple, generic, boring look. Like, because that's the thing. Even though Vandy's, they're like, hey, we're gonna lose by 30, but we're gonna look fucking sweet while we're doing so. Because they've had some great uniforms the last
they-
5 or
really
6 years. They really have. Like. And the whole anchor design on the helmet has looked wicked. Like, it's had a couple helmets I thought was nasty. But they're going away from that. Now their helmet, it doesn't even have the V-Star logo. It just has a black fucking V on the side of it. That's it. It looks horrible.
That's like we didn't have enough money for a football program, so here's y'all's new uniforms.
It was basically like
It's like a
fucking
5-year-old.
create a team on fucking
Yeah.
Madden. Like, you have to just pick your shit. Like, it's
Like a
just we're here.
5-year-old. Them created it.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks horrible, honestly.
Here's some Southern Miss, South Alabama. TCU against the Quint.
I can tell by your face right now. I don't really give a shit.
You know how to fucking say that?
The Quincy.
The fuck is it?
I don't know what it is.
I have never heard of that school.
Me either.
I would say it's probably DuQuince, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
I've never heard of them, though, for sure. So
Then we get at 7:30, we get to see LSU take on UCLA.
Oh, that's a fucking
destroying
destroying right
I
there.
swear, if LSU does back-to-back losses on their first game, yeah, fuck LSU.
I think everybody expects them to throttle UCLA, though, right?
Yeah.
That would be the start of Chip Kelly's job right there.
I don't know. I mean, the Bruins just beat the Rainbow Warriors. You got to give them credit.
Hole and behold, the Rainbow Warriors is down. Who the fuck is Hawaii,
Like,
okay?
you know, honestly, like, most people, when you think of Hawaii, you either think about, obviously, like it being a, magical destination for vacation. You think of fucking volcanoes, and then you think of McLovin's fucking driver's license. So that's the team they just beat.
Well,
So,
I also tell you think about all the good Hawaiian quarterbacks that play at other schools besides Hawaii.
well, yeah, that too. That too.
The fucking high schools, the high school teams get more attendance than the
Like,
Rainbow
they
Warriors.
fucking lost Mariota. They fucking lost Tua. They
His
lost to his brother. Also, Dylan Gabriel at UCF. He came from Hawaii, too.
Hey,
DJ,
DJU. Yeah.
hey, Tua's cousin actually plays for Notre Dame.
Really?
Yeah,
Poor bastard.
defensive tackle.
Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, I seen that like a couple weeks ago. So I have to bring up, too, though, I did see something pretty cool that Hawaii is doing this year. They're wearing 15s on the side of their helmet, like number decal
yeah,
for
for
Colt
that-
Brennan.
yeah.
RIP for sure. That dude
Oh, yeah.
was like a stud when he was at Hawaii. Put up some insane numbers. Like,
yeah, it was ridiculous.
I mean,
what he
people
put
forget
up.
they played Georgia in the fucking Sugar Bowl that year at Hawaii. Like, that guy was electric when he was there.
You got Bethune-Cookman against UTEP, Nevada, California.
How about you just go to a much more serious fucking game?
I'm just reading off the list at this point of some of the games, like Nevada against California.
I'm fucking yawning over here.
Another good late game, That should be interesting. You got Vegas Kickoff Classic, Arizona BYU.
That could be interesting for sure because BYU has a lot of question marks. They lost a lot of guys off that team they had last year. Obviously, no more Zach Wilson, so he's off in the NFL. So who knows who the QB is going to be. Arizona has been fucking horrid lately, though, so I don't really know what to expect.
I say BYU.
Yeah, I would take BYU, but I would not be surprised if it was kind of close, too, because I just don't really know what to expect.
Rounded up off this list, you got New Mexico State, San Diego State, Utah against Washington State, and Portland State against Hawaii. That's pretty much all your lineup of Saturday's game. Now, the one game that I didn't mention, which is going to be
probably the game of the week, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, you can take over this one since it's your slot. Your name that you picked up for it.
All right, so we're going to start having a segment from week to week. We will obviously do like a pre-choice, then we'll do like a post-choice as well. And this is for Cat Daddy's Mac Daddy of the Week. So we're going to go game/player as well. So for the Mac Daddy game of the week, obviously, is going to be Georgia and Clemson.
Yes, that's going to be the big one.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be. Like, it's the fucking perennial matchup. Everybody's waiting to see two alphas facing off against each other. Probably going to be a 4-quarter slugfest.
I would imagine so.
I think it will be. Well, I mean, everybody's going to get tested on both sides of the ball in this one, and it's a hard choice, really. It's very hard.
I mean, you got two favorite quarterbacks. I mean, well, DU over there at Clemson, but he's questionable.
I've been back and forth on this game for most of the summer, but at this point, I'm taking Georgia, and even though I'm another one that expects them to fall flat on their face at some point. It's just right now opening up the season. We have a limited sample size of both JT Daniels and DJU, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Daniels is a better quarterback, and I feel like he has a better team. That's my thing. I feel like the weapons he has on offense are a little bit better, but I definitely feel like his defense is way better than what Clemson's going to be putting on the field this year.
I think Georgia's going to be more physical on defense than Clemson can handle. And the only thing I know is DJU can get hit one good time, and I believe he'll be out of the game.
And that would be interesting if that happened. Obviously, you don't want to wish anybody get hurt, but if he did get knocked out, who the fuck is his backup? I couldn't tell you that.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure it's a big recruit, but we've not really ever heard about him, so there's a reason.
But Clemson will be out of everything.
That's very true.
I believe. But yeah, I'm also taking Georgia. I mean, JT Daniels is going to put up a solid. I think he'll put up a solid game. But like I said, I think Georgia's defense is going to be the more physical.
This is Georgia's opportunity to make a fucking statement.
It is.
I mean, you're facing a powerhouse team.
National champions.
All eyes are going to be on this fucking game.
Past national championship teams.
Because if Georgia shows up, I'm telling you right now. Because Georgia's 5 in the AP poll, I think.
It's. Damn it! I just lost it. Yeah. It was. They were 5.
If they go out, even if they just win, a tight game, I think they move up to 3 at least. If they throttle Clemson,
I say 2.
Yeah, I think they go to 2.
I
would say that they should. Yeah,
you have to.
Whip their ass.
That would put up a very strong campaign.
Yes.
I mean, if you dethrone Clemson, first game, and usually Clemson is fired up on that first game.
They are. Would it not be hilarious too though? Like if Georgia
shits the bed.
No, like they blow Clemson out. Everybody's like, man, Georgia's serious, and then in 3 weeks they fucking fall flat on their face and they lose to somebody they should have destroyed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like South Carolina takes them out.
Yeah, Tennessee takes them out.
That'd be such a Georgia move, though, would it not?
It would. But I think Georgia will have a good win.
I think so too. I was sort of like you. I was on the fence of who I was going to, and I guess you would say when I first started looking at it, I was going for Clemson to win it. But the more I would sit there and looked and thought about it, I was like, the way Georgia plays defense, they show up every game for the most part. with good D.
Well, Georgia has the most well-rounded team.
That do as well.
I mean, I'm not predicting on what the hell they're going to be doing, but I mean, you would put, a positive and a positive.
Well, and I'm not like. My thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia plays well enough and they fucking thump Clemson. It's possible. We seen them get thumped last year by Ohio State.
Yep.
But I don't think that'll happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 4-quarter dogfight. I think going in the fourth quarter, it's if somebody's winning, it's going to be by no more than a touchdown or less.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to come down to who makes all those plays in the fourth quarter. That's when it's going to come
I was
down
about to say, I think it's going to be a real defensive match.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be like it's not going to be a 17-10 victory, but
yeah,
I think you get no more than low 30s on each side.
Yeah, I'd say at least Georgia
I say
by 10.
Mid-20. I say Georgia by hell. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with that 35-0. No, I'm going to say about 35-14.
I say Georgia takes it. I'm going to go 34-27, Georgia. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think they take it.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, all eyes on that. It's a big, matchup, I think. But it doesn't really have a lot of playoff implications, really, though, is the thing. Like, most people would say it would because you don't want to lose a game. But let's be honest. If it's a tight game and you lose and you win out, you're still
in.
there.
Yeah,
because you lost to a great team, right?
Yeah.
But it does have implications on the sense, though, of us seeing two powerhouse teams who should obviously be in the running and seeing what they're really made out of, what they got.
2 Heisman favorites going blow for blow. So
now, for the second part of Cat Daddy's Mac Daddy of the week, we gotta have some kind of sound effect for this too. When we do this, it's gotta be
Cat Daddy, Mac Daddy.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go player. Okay, so whatever player that you think is just gonna have a burst onto the scene type of weekend. I'd probably, obviously I think about the big games with that because that's what everybody's gonna be watching.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
For me personally, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to the Bama and Miami game, but no, I'm not picking Bryce Young. So we're just not even going there. I'm gonna say Will Anderson. I think Will Anderson on the defensive side for us, linebacker, 31. I think he comes off the edge screaming all night, and he is going to give De'Aaron King fucking fits. I think he is going to have a monster game, and everybody's going to be talking about him after the game's over. A lot of the defense will show up, but I think he probably gets to him a couple times and sacks him.
Yeah. I think defense is going to show up for Bama and show how they're going to be for the season.
I mean, well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Bryce Young and them on the offensive side, they're going to come out and score points, but we just don't know that for sure. But the way Alabama ended the season with their defense, how they picked it up from what they started at the beginning of the season and towards the end.
Well, and they were really good all season, though, really, because if you remove that Ole Miss game,
well, yeah,
that's the worst game they had.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss gave everybody fits last year, too. It wasn't like it was just us.
Yeah.
Like,
Ole Miss
they consistently put points on everybody.
Ole Miss was just an experienced team that just knew how to get points.
Well, and you had Kiffin. I mean, Kiffin's a great offensive mind and mastermind, so, I mean, that had a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the day, that defense was a lot better than people think. I mean, look what we did Ohio State in that title game. You're talking about a team that is known to put up points in bunches, and we contained them to 24 points.
Yeah.
That's a fucking win and a half. Like, who else has done that in recent memory? I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, nobody that I know of.
But again, that's my pick. I think Will Anderson has a monster game.
You know what? My Cat Daddy, Mac Daddy player that I think I'm going to go back to the Alabama Miami game. I'm going to say Christian Harris has a fucking monster game. Nobody's giving him any love. I mean,
that's true on a national level. He's not. Obviously locally for all of us, Bama folks, he's getting love. But nationally, nobody's talking about him.
Yeah, but nobody knows on how dangerous this guy is. This motherfucker is probably I mean, tell you the truth, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to take it up there. Damn, I think he can hit harder than Reuben Foster.
That's really saying a lot. That's a bold statement, sir.
I mean, for real. I mean, because
He's a thumper. I'm not denying that.
But every play that I see of Christian, I mean, he wants to take your fucking head off.
Well, and he's going to have opportunities too, because again,
he'll have a more opportunity.
Well, with the addition of Henry Toto, you're not going to be able to just focus on him when they blitz him.
Yeah, exactly.
If not, then you're going to free up him and the other guys.
I mean, to tell you the truth, we didn't even know who Christian Harris was last year. I mean, he made into a household fucking name.
He did, yeah. I mean, he should on a national level be getting talked about more.
This guy came from true fucking freshman to a fucking true fucking killer. I mean,
yeah, I mean, in our linebacking core should get talked about more. I mean, we have just got dudes all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, not only this, but did you know that Christian Harris was a cornerback coming out of high school?
No, I did not know.
He was a cornerback. That
explains why he's so damn fast, though.
He was a cornerback and wide receiver. And then as you know it, he's in the linebacking position. We basically got a cornerback as a linebacker.
Part of today's positionless player movement.
Yeah, I mean,
long gone are the beefy, bulky linebackers.
But I mean, I thought that was just fucking crazy that this guy was recruited out of high school, cornerback. And a wide receiver.
I mean, that's insane, honestly.
Well, you have to have that hybrid guy nowadays. The way that
you got to be able to go sideline to sideline. It's not north and south anymore.
No, you have to keep up with these offenses.
Well, to tell you the truth, he gives me a C.J. Mosley vibe, but he also has that hit power as Reuben Foster.
Right.
My player of the week, and it's just going to be a generic one. It's going to be Spencer Rattler. I mean, he's going up against Tulane, but he's going to show he's going to be the top Heisman
favorite. Yeah, solidify himself.
So,
but like I said from our first episode that I was saying, about him being a fucking douche. Yeah, I'm going there. I mean, like I said, you just don't know.
He's probably gonna if he's gonna show us what he can do, he's gonna probably have like 400-yard game, close to it.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, I mean, if you can't respect your fans, then what the fuck are you doing to your damn teammates?
Yeah, and I mean, if they have problems down the road, that could be where it comes from. Obviously, like if he has I feel like some of that would have showed up.
Like if he has a horrible game, who's he going to blame? I have a feeling that he's not the type of player that, it's me. No, I feel like he's the type of player that's going to blame everybody.
I don't see him going on like a Tebow speech, and he's like, I failed, and we're going to work hard. Nobody's going to outwork me. Like, he's going to get up there, and he's going to be like,
no, he's going to point. He's going to point out
didn't
everybody.
Give me the shit that I needed to win.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, it's still a good pick. I mean, it's a good pick. But I'm just saying, it's like that son of a bitch needed to cool it down with his fucking attitude.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says it's pretty rancid attitude, but I agree with Leonard, though. I mean, I do think he probably goes for 400 yards, throws a couple, runs a couple, and just cements himself as that Heisman favorite as everybody thinks he will be and should be.
But fuck his attitude.
Round off, because there's a couple, 2 more games to end off the week.
Are they important?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Pretty important, I would say. You got Sunday. Notre Dame's going against Florida State.
Florida State's taking it, boys. Yep. You heard it here first. I'm telling you.
This is for you.
We've said it before.
This is for you, Bobby.
Yes, I do. I am sold that they're going to win, and I'm going to be disappointed as hell if they don't.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but again, Mike Norvell's second season, a calmer season. That was hard. He goes to a 5-star program who's on the down and out, and it is a COVID season. It was already going to be hard. Then you throw in a COVID year. But now, getting his system implemented, getting some of his players in there, he gets a great quarterback in Mackenzie Milton, who I think is going to be healthy and ready to go. And Notre Dame comes in with their usual bullshit. We're fucking Notre Dame tradition and blah, blah, blah,
just
blah,
please,
blah.
just go ahead and knock their ass out of the playoff.
Like you got your ass waxed last 2 times we watched you play.
If you look at the point spread, they got Notre Dame 7.5.
I'm surprised they even have it picked close. Most people wouldn't. They would say, "Oh, Notre Dame takes that going away," and I call bullshit. I think
Florida's going to come back
because where's it at? I forget. I know we've talked about this before. Is it not at Florida State?
It's at Florida State.
I'm pretty sure
it's their first home game. Yeah,
it's at Florida State.
Okay, yeah. So you're talking about at Florida State. after, again, God rest Bobby Bowden's soul, but
Yeah.
after his death and what he meant to that program, I think this whole entire team is going to be fired the fuck
they're gonna
up.
have everything tributed
And,
to
I
him.
mean-
I believe they probably have uniforms tribute.
That stadium's going to be packed because we
It's
seen
gonna
it
be packed.
last year. What was it? North Carolina.
Yeah.
When they played,
I
that
believe so,
stadium
yeah.
that stadium was full, wasn't it?
Yes, and I suspect it to be that way again, and I think, hey, for all we know, Bowden's going to be walking the sidelines out there anyway. And I think they find a way to get him one. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I have no faith in Notre Dame, man. Again, the last 2 games we watched them, they got waxed. They lost the majority of the good players they had to the draft. They're gonna have a new QB. I don't know who the fuck he is. They said the other day, and they're like trying to hype him up, but what's fucking new? Like, you
What's
tell
there
me
to
when
hype?
they've had a game breaking
What
quarterback.
is there to hype though? I mean, the only hype that they had was fucking Rudy.
The last quarterback they had that was worth a shit, in my opinion, that was actually like pretty talented, was Everett Golson. And guess what? He got waxed in that title game by Bama, and he fucking dipped, and he went to Florida State.
Exactly. So
They've not ever had a game-breaking quarterback. The last one you could really say they had that was like really talented and supposed to be hot shit was Jimmy Clausen. That you're talking like 08, 09.
yeah.
So I suspect Florida State to get it done.
Yeah.
And
I
that's a game I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
6:30 Sunday,
Yes.
What? Hell yeah.
so I'll definitely be watching that myself.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I ain't got nothing else to fucking do.
But and then Monday ends off week 1. Louisville against Ole Miss.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
I think Ole Miss probably fucking boat races Louisville though,
Yeah.
because they're gonna score again. Matt Corral coming back, another year under his belt
And
with
Matt
Kiffin. So
I believe that Matt Corral's gonna try to cement his own name and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I should be a favorite in
yeah, I
Heisman.
agree. I agree for sure. I think that's going to be fun to watch still, though, just see what Ole Miss has got. Just see
Exactly.
what they look like.
Yeah,
It's
see what
still
their
worth watching.
see what their defense is all about.
I actually did see the other day they did ESPN came out with their preseason Heisman rankings. They actually had Matt Corral at 5. I was surprised.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's in the top 5. He
Our-
should be.
So
Yeah.
ours was pretty fucking accurate. So
They did have like one thing I thought was stupid though. Like they had like C.J. Stroud at number 9. I thought that was a fucking joke though.
I don't think
He's not even played a fucking game yet.
Yeah, we
you
don't know.
Which I say that, and I think they had Bryce at like 4.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, God,
He still hasn't played
Down
a-
this
he
shit,
hasn't
man.
played
We
a
haven't
game.
seen him yet. He
I
may
mean,
come
I
out and
get-
play like shit.
I mean, I got him as a dark horse, but I mean, I don't have him like at number
This
4.
is the thing
you
that
know?
scares me about Bryce too, is that I suspect him to be what he should be. Because he's got all the talent in the world. I've watched enough of his highlight film when he was in high school that I couldn't wait for him to get on campus. But you know who else I did that with? Blake Barnett.
Yeah.
Most Bama fans will remember him, even people who's not will. And
And he
guess what?
shit the bed
Yeah,
against
he shit
USC.
the bed against USC. And then this kid named Jalen Hurts, who nobody really knew anything about, who was only, I think, a 3-star actually recruit,
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
he was.
4, but I think
Yeah.
he was a 3-star, comes in, lights it the fuck up, and the rest is history. But Barnett obviously skipped town. He actually transferred to 2 or 3 different schools before he settled. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Don't be surprised if Bryce maybe can't live up to it. He comes out, he shits the bed. Maybe Jay Barker's boy gets in there,
Yeah.
and he fucking lights it up.
And
I
we
mean,
have another Barker at quarterback.
yeah, I mean, I just people were just
Leonard.
putting too much money on it.
You remember the Barker name pretty damn well in '92.
Yep.
There was at least one more thing on this Heisman preseason. I was going to bring up to you.
How was
guys,
that
but I thought it was
SEC game?
complete bullshit.
SEC championship. Barker. We wasn't even alive back then,
That's old news, Garrett. Quit bringing up the past.
but oh yeah, shout out to Auburn fans to kick 6. Fuck y'all.
Who the fuck ever Bijan Robinson is for Texas too is number 7. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. So why he's in the
I
top
got a
10?
no,
I
He
don't
had
know.
I got
a
a
really
thing-
good game that bowl
No,
game.
I got
though.
a thing about-
He ran for like 300 yards.
Oh, in the fucking Alamo
Hey,
Bowl.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I mean,
hey, hang on just a minute. Yeah, the mic is off the stand and everything. I just want to know this is, will Ben Davis start for Texas?
Did he transfer to Texas?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Five,
Who gives a shit though? Because he
Yeah.
didn't do shit the whole time we had him.
he had 2 tackles at Alabama in 5 years.
Hometown hero.
There you go for y'all's Gordo motherfuckers. And that's Oregon's going after another quarterback at Gordo. He probably shit a brick too.
That was like Ben Davis was like. It's like underwhelming.
He was a hype.
Yeah, man, because like being a local kid, everything. He had a
30,
great
30
high school
minutes
career.
away from the stadium. You know?
Yeah. Everybody was hyped to see him get up there, man. I couldn't wait. I thought he was gonna be a stud for us, and
Yeah,
he
because
just
everybody
never worked out.
Well, the thing about it is, everybody was like saying, "Oh, he's the next Reuben Foster." Oh, and I was like, "Yeah, I see him over there on the damn sideline,
Yeah,
sipping on some fucking Gatorade."
yeah. He went from the next Reuben Foster to the next fucking water boy pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
But that just shows you how much talent is on Alabama's
It does,
squad.
but the thing is, they
No.
gave him opportunity after opportunity,
No.
and he couldn't seize it. That's
from,
the thing.
From what I was hearing and everything, saying that his attitude was so fucking just like shit dirt. I mean, like really.
He was used to having everything give to him.
Like
Yeah.
the coaches tried to teach him, he didn't want to learn or anything.
He's a prodigy of that small town.
Well, but you
local
know who
kid who gets all the hype, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I know it
but
all."
but this is what I was
too
saying
good to
about
listen.
week 1 about following in your father's footsteps. You know who his dad is?
Negative.
Hell, I don't even know his name. But either way, he was the first Gordo. No, he was the first Gordo player to win a state championship at Gordo. You know, like the first team. He was part of the first team.
Right.
He was also the first Gordo player to play at Alabama
Okay.
on defense. But also, he was also the first Gordo player to be in the NFL and win a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers.
Pretty damn illustrious career.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, I was like, that's the thing. He's like, oh, my dad done this. I was like, but motherfucker, what have you done?
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I was like, your dad done his history. It's time to write yours. And you know what I'm getting? Bench warmer.
So over under 2 tackles for Ben Davis in the Texas opener if he hits the field.
He can't even make a damn kickoff team against for Alabama. I think
Yeah, but he
just
could probably play fucking quarterback for Texas though.
McDonald's is in your future. He come back to Gordo like everybody else. But either way.
Oh, so I think that pretty much wraps up first week matchups.
Hell yeah, I'm excited about it, and like I said, there's gonna be a lot of upsets, and there's gonna be a lot of surprises on week 1.
Yeah, obviously we'll be following up again weekly, recapping what happened over the weekend and getting ready for the next week.
Oh,
But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I think we're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about next time, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna, and especially. I got your number, Tennessee. but either ways, if y'all like to, or this is gonna be audio, but we're gonna be on YouTube for a video. But either way, if you like the video, like and share, and subscribe to our channel.
Absolutely.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and also I'm gonna put our Gmail account as well. And I'm going to put Cat Daddy, Mac Daddy question of the week. So, I mean, y'all send y'all's questions out.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a great idea. Start sending those emails in and any kind of questions you'd like us to answer or topics to discuss.
Just put a post on our Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any of the pages too. Yeah, you can either post it or direct message us, however you want to do it. And we'll try to incorporate
message
it.
us on
Give
on
you a
our
shout
email.
out too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of shout outs. But if you're a Tennessee fan, fuck off. No. I kind of want to invite all the Tennessee fans because I want them to hear what I have to say. But either way, we hope y'all enjoy this other episode of My Brothers Scorekeeper. Like I said, like and share. And we're fucking out.